This is a JB Weather special presentation, the winter 2015-2016 outlook. Over the past few winters, it's either been feast or famine. In 2009 and 10, we saw an unprecedented 3 blizzards that gave us a record 56.1 inches of snow that winter. However, just 2 seasons later, we saw a virtual snow-less winter, with no one storm dropping over 1 inch of snow. Last year, winter did not get its act together until February, when we saw record cold days, along with a 6 to 10 inch snowstorm that came en route to a seasonal total of 16 inches by March. The question everyone's asking is, what will this winter hold? This winter, I expect that the warm equatorial Pacific waters, referred to as El Niño, will have a big impact on our patterns. Right now, we're sitting in a strong El Niño phase with well above average water temperatures. I expect for these waters to begin to cool, which will lead to a weakening El Niño through the winter and into the spring. Additionally, the waters in the northeastern Pacific Ocean play a big role in our winters. Right now, the waters are warmer than average, and that could help to bring down cold air into our region later on this winter. Now, to determine how much cold air there will be, we have to look to our north, and a key sign is the amount of snow cover across the northern hemisphere through the fall months. There's an abundant amount of snow to our north, which signals that there will be a lot of cold air ready to come down. The question is when. Now, putting this all together, here's what I think our winter will look like. I think that through the first half of winter, we will see an active southern jet stream that will help to bring systems from the Pacific across the southern tier of the country. However, I don't think that during this time period, we will see a lot of cold air, so most of these storms will be wet rather than white, as a northern jet stream will be well to the north across Canada. I suspect that due to that, the northern half of the country will be warm and dry, while the southern half of the country will be cool and wet. I think here in Maryland we will see a warm but wet first half of the winter. Then in late January and early February, the pattern completely changes. In February and March, we will start to see our southern jet stream pick up storms from the Gulf of Mexico and drive them either to our south or up the coast. I think that the northern jet stream will be allowed to come south, delivering some cold shots to our region, but nothing like the past 2 winters. However, if we can time one of these cold shots with our storms just right, we could see a big winter storm. I believe that the south and east sees a cool and wet pattern similar to the first half of the winter, but the mid-Atlantic will turn increasingly wintry. Meanwhile, the west coast returns to a warm and dry pattern like they have the past few years. It's due to pattern setups exactly like these that El Niño years average more snow than La Niña years, which is when we have cooler equatorial Pacific waters, or neutral years. Now, what do I think we'll see for snow across the mid-Atlantic this year? In southern Maryland, we average 12 to 14 inches of snow, and I think we'll see 10 to 15 inches this winter, but we could see all of that from 1 or 2 late-season storms. Now, if we really see an active storm track, I could see us getting a lot more than this. The coast will see less, with areas north and west seeing more. DC should see 15 to 25 inches of snow, with their average being right around 15 inches. And the mountains seeing even more snow, over 50 inches. In summary, I think we'll see an active storm pattern all winter long, with the second half offering more storms that are wet rather than white. Just like last winter, I suspect that this winter will be very backloaded. The first half will be uneventful and warm, but then we'll see a lot of winter action in the second half of the winter. And I think that we'll see at least one big snowstorm this season, which could deliver a widespread 10-inch plus snowfall. I also think this winter that the public school system will be closed for 4 to 7 days this winter, all due to a few snowstorms.